I'm sure that a lot of people are familiar with this high profile, trendy couple, Rob Kardashian and Black China, and I'm sure that a lot of people by now are well aware of the breakup and some of the fights, some of the tragedy that has been going on. I say it's a tragedy, especially when you have somebody, they get so mad at you that they post nude photos of you. And think about it. I mean, I look at it like this. All those videos that black women were making comparing white men to black men and to other men of different races, put it this way, if a man is going to be respectful of a woman, then he's not going to mistreat her. He's not going to post nude videos. He's not going to do things to harm her credibility and hurt her, especially when they have a child together. He's going to put those things behind him. I'm assuming that these pictures were previous before they got together, so I could be wrong. Um, but I did look at her history. She was a stripper, and so if you're attracted to strippers, then what does that say about the guy? So they place all the blame on the female, but they should look at these men who are willing to go into these strip clubs and pick up these type of women and then decide to have a family with them and expect everything to be, perfect. And you're not going to always get that unless that woman, she's just through with that lifestyle. And so it's sad because I hear a lot of nasty videos, and it usually comes from these horrible guys that get online and they post all these nasty videos about how women have done them wrong or what they dislike about women. And to me, what I feel is that a lot of this is because of anger, because there's a couple of things. They can't find a woman that'll put up with them, or they have had a situation where they were in a relationship and they had a bad breakup, and so now they're venting, and so their only way to vent, because they don't have anyone closest to do it to, is to get online and make videos that degrade women and further carry on their rants about how women have wronged them and women this, women that. And but what you're not hearing is some of the things that some of these men do. It's not just a one-sided story. There's two sides to every coin. So here it's 1.2 million Californians have an STD, and this is just in California alone. And so a lot of people are not really taking into account that it is not just one individual. When you're in a relationship, there are two people in that relationship, and so one person can't always be the bad person. So there has to be two people. Two people have to, if there's an argument, then two people are doing the arguing. So everything is always placed on the female. um, so you have here, these videos talking about how people want to swirl and they want to date outside of their nationality because they're tired of the black males and the bashing. And I understand that, but here's what's bad about this is, yes, there are males, and it's a select group that I feel like they probably got a police record. They might have had a bad past. Maybe they had a really rough childhood. They had some regrets. They dropped out of school. Maybe they can't keep a woman. They don't know how to raise a family. They owe child support. There could be a whole myriad or variety of issues. There might be mental issues. Maybe they're violent. They don't know how to respect themselves even. They may not even be hygienically. They may not even be clean. They may not even go to the doctor. They just don't have any level of how to respect themselves. And if they don't respect themselves, then why would you expect for them to respect women? So you're going to hear the ranting and the raving and the anger and all of the hate spewed toward women they would desire to have, but they can't either keep, or they can't actually get involved with, because they're like really beneath these women, who, women who have, probably elevated themselves. Maybe they didn't have a lot, and then they went to school, they're holding down a job, they're able to go to work, they're able to manage without having someone doing things for them, and they're relatively independent, and that makes men who want to control women angry. So they're going to make these nasty videos, and you're going to see more of them that do this kind of stuff when they can't get what they want. And the number one thing men do not like is when women won't have sex with them. And so I believe that is the reason why a lot of these men get on here saying how much they hate, and notice it's the black woman, because really what they want to do is they want to have one, and they want to be involved in a relationship, and they want someone that'll sleep with them, and someone that'll cook for them and wash their clothes, and cater to them. And when they don't have this anymore, or they can't achieve it, then that's when they get crazy and they post this crazy videos, and they'll stoop to the lowest of lows. And a lot of those guys, they end up in the strip club, and they try to go for these women that are street women. See, there's different kinds of guys out there, and just like there's different kinds of men, there's different kinds of females. And so the decent females don't want to be bothered with these type of low life type of males. So they get angry because they can't achieve something decent. So then they go to the lowest rock bottom. They go to the strip club. They try to find women that they can't even afford these women. Some of these women, they just look at it as a job, and they want to get paid. And some of them, maybe they are street women, and they've had a rough life, and this is their only means of income, and maybe they like that nightlife, and they like that attention. And you have some women that are like that are out in the street, and they like having a lot of different partners. But that's not every woman. There are men like that like to sleep around with different women, and they don't think about going to the doctor, their families, taking care of their hygiene. They think looking GQ and looking attractive, that's all you need, and sleeping with different women. Some people are attracted to that kind of lifestyle, being a bachelor or bachelorette. So even the Asian man, the Hispanic man, the black man, the white man, it doesn't matter what the nationality. There's different types of guys. Some guys are decent. They might have gotten educated. They can hold down a job. They're ready to settle down and have a serious relationship, and they're not holding all of your past against you. They have a past too, because when you get to a certain age, everybody lives their life. Everybody has a story to tell, and everybody's stories are not always the best stories. There might be lots of regrets and things they wish they could change, but you have to move forward in your life. And see, the problem is people don't know how to move forward. And so some people stay stuck in the same thing that they've always been in. If it's street life, if it's drugs, whatever. So gangs. So some people want to turn their life around. Then you have people with mental problems. They can't achieve a relationship. They don't know how to, attract women or attract someone to get in a relationship with. So you see all these weirdos online, or maybe they don't even want you to see what they look like, but they may look crazy, and they may be crazy, and they can't achieve a relationship. So naturally they're going to post these videos about how much they hate females because they can't get with one, and they can't support themselves, so very well they can't support a female. So that's what you're gonna get. So it's just sad, but it's the truth. And I just thought people should realize that it's not a one-sided story. There's two sides to every coin.